My name is Ali. I'm the Chief Automation Officer at Colaberry, aka the General. All right, it's my job to make sure that you go through the program, have a great, favorable experience, and then go off and get that job, that fantastic job, once you get placed. Let's get started. So, Colaberry, the work of the future solver. So, the work of the future solver, in case you have been sleeping under a rock, it is already here. Okay. Just think about where we are now compared to last year. Last year, work from home was maybe a blessing if you could get it. Right now, it's pretty common. Companies are having to shift, adjust, adapt to the COVID, and in order to ensure that they stay a sustainable company. So automation was already set to take its course on our world. And that was going to help produce the work of the future. But due to the COVID pandemic, things have accelerated. All right. Those decisions that a company probably still had 2 or 3 more years to decide are now in their face, right? And they have to make a decision. So when we talk about the work of the future solver, jobs are shifting. Okay. And you're going to have to make an adjustment. You're going to have to get into a field that is going to survive the shift. Okay. And so that's what we're going to talk about here today. We're going to talk about the work of the future solver, because this is where we are headed. But to understand the work of the future, you got to get a better understanding of the past to understand why we are in the situation that we're in. And it's due to the growth in technology. So if you look at American history, you see that printing press was the first piece of technology back in 1400. And it wasn't for another 200 years that they came out with another technology, which was the telescope. 200 years, right? And then another 150 years before they came out with another technology, which was the steam engine. And so you see, technology started off slow, okay? And then once you come around here to the 21st century, now you see this explosion. And you have the internet and cell phones and DVDs and social media. All technology is collecting data. Okay. And in the past 3 years, this world has collected more data in the past 3 years than it has throughout the entire history. So that shows you the expansion of data, the expansion of technology. And as these things grow, once you make a item or a product, technology, guess what? That now becomes a starting point for the next technology. And then that becomes a starting point for the next technology. So what you're starting to see is this acceleration in growth, which is an exponential growth. Okay? Exponential in the sense that in the next 10 years, okay, hear me out. In the next 10 years, our world will go through as much of a transformation as the past 250 years. In the next 10 years, our world will go through as much of a transformation as the past 250 years. Reality is that 65% of children starting school right now, kindergarten, first grade, 65% of them will work in a field that does not yet exist. Think about that. They will not work in a field that the field does not yet exist. Almost half of our jobs will be affected over the next 15 years. And so you look at it, and the cause of a lot of this is automation, right? If a company can automate something and increase their bottom line, then why aren't they going to do that? Especially in this competitive arena that we're in now, right? With COVID, it's even harder for a company to stay afloat. Then you have competition. So it's it's becoming a burden for companies, and they're having to come up with different ideas to be innovative. You see a lot of IoT, Internet of Things. That's where you put algorithms and calculations and numbers into things that normally don't, like a vacuum cleaner, like a lawnmower, right? And so companies are having to come up with crazy ideas just to stay relevant and then keep up with the technology. And so at first thought, we want to get mad at the robots, but the robots are displacing 28%, but at the same time, they're creating 35% more jobs. It's just that these jobs are different type of jobs, okay? We're losing out in the manual jobs, and you're creating more analytical jobs. And this is not a secret, okay? When you look at the type of job, it's just a trend that's been going on throughout history. So what I mean by that is you can break the jobs down into 4 categories, all right? You have actually two sets of categories, all right? You have routine and non-routine. Are you doing the same thing every day at your job, or is it something that's non-routine and you're doing something different, right? Is it cognitive or is it manual? Cognitive meaning you got to use your brain, you got to think it through, right? And so the niche place is non-routine cognitive. All right, non-routine, you're not doing the same thing every day, and you have to use your brain there's a lot of problem solving going on there. These type of jobs have been accelerating throughout history. It's just that now the jobs are becoming more abundant, and guess what? They're hard to fill as well. You can't just train 10 people and expect 10 people to come out and fit into these jobs. So it's a bit of a challenge, but the jobs are there and they're plentiful. And guess what? They're growing out of control right now. People need to become more data literate. Okay, even if you're not into the things that you guys will be into, the technical aspect, the analytics, the data science, even if you don't get that into it, you still have any job that you have moving forward, you're going to have to analyze some type of data. All right. You're not going to be able to avoid working with data. And so workers must become data literate. So what does that mean? That means they have to understand all parts of the data process. And that starts with the collection of data. Before you can start using the data, you got to collect it. So there's many different collection processes, whether you fill out a form on the internet or you have sensors that collect information, right? You need to learn how to transform the data. Data doesn't just fit together. All right, you got to understand what you're trying to do. You got to model the data to where it's going to return you the results that you want. And then you need to understand how to visualize the data, because that's very important. You got to show the picture. Okay, data is just numbers and columns. Okay, I mean numbers and words, right? And a bunch of rows and columns look like Excel spreadsheets. Okay, who can read that? Who can read that and make a decision off of that, right? So you got to understand how to model and transform and then visualize the data. And then last but not least is you got to understand how to communicate it. Because if you can't explain what's going on in your brain and you can't explain what the data is doing, then you can't teach the people how to make better decisions based off of the data. And that's the important part here. So what is analytics? Analytics is a scientific process of transforming data into insight for making better decisions, offering new opportunities for a competitive advantage. Make no mistake about it, it is about the money, okay? Companies are collecting more and more data every day. And guess what? They're sitting on this data. They're not using it. If they were using it, they could use it to create a competitive advantage, give them a competitive advantage over over the people or the companies that they're competing with, the competitors. This gives them a competitive advantage, but if it's just sitting in a database, not being used, then guess what? You're missing out on that advantage. So being able to bring someone in who understands the data, who knows how to work with the data, who knows how to make the data insightful, having something like that gives a company a competitive advantage. And the more data you can analyze, the more advantage you're going to get. All right. And companies are understanding that. That's why they're seeking data talent. That's why they need people to come and turn their data into insight and a competitive advantage. So, what does Colaberry do? Colaberry does everything. Obviously, you guys are here for the training, but we also mentor, we train, we teach people from scratch. Look, this field is taking over. It's going to need a lot of people transitioning from jobs that have nothing to do with this. Okay? And that's the only way it's going to happen. There's not enough college students to even fill. Even if you could just line the college students up and put them in this field, it still wouldn't be enough people. Okay? And so what's going to happen? What's going to happen is people are going to have to transition into this field, okay, in order to meet the demand for the employers. And so we help guide that whole entire process through mentoring, through internship. And then finally, we do the work that we teach you to do. We do the consulting work, which is the teaching companies and analyzing data for companies. And so if you sign up for our class, it is actually a two-part class, okay? And the first part is your first semester, which is the first 3 months. That's what you guys have seen. It's 12 weeks, all right? It's 2 days a week. It's going to be Tuesdays from 6:30 to 9:30. And it's going to be Saturday mornings from 9 to 1, okay? The majority of our students have full-time jobs. This is a job transition program. Therefore, we understand people have lives. People are doing things. They have to take care of their family. We get it. Our average customer is 36 years old. Okay. So it's people that are seasoned, people that have been in their field, but yet, hey, we're in the situation we're in. You know, we just have to figure out a way to transition into the work of the future. Everything we do is hands-on. Expect to spend at least 15 to 20 hours a week outside the class. Okay, this is in addition. This is not, oh, I just sit through the class and learn what I need to do. No, everything is hands-on. You will be coding for hours upon hours upon hours because that is the only way you are going to get comfortable with, I call it getting intimate with the data. You cannot get intimate with the data if you're only spending a little time with the data, okay? So you will be consumed. You will spend a lot of times. You have a lot of exercises, lots of hands-on, okay? And so that is what's going to get you comfortable, all right? Gamified learning. What rank am I in my class? When are people turning in assignments? You have access to all of the data, efficiency ratings. We have Kai. Kai is artificial intelligence. He comes in and alerts you when you're slacking or when you need to know something or you know, just different points in time. Kai will pick you up if he sees that something needs to be done, some adjustments need to be made. You got Kai who'll send you emails letting you know what needs to be done. And everything we do is real world scenarios. All right. We're preparing you to work in any field. You can go work in healthcare. You can work in banking, mortgage, whatever it is, they all need data. It applies to every company, every department. All right. So you could potentially be working anywhere. It's no limitation working in this field. And then the second semester, the first semester, we see if you can hang. Okay. If you make it through, you have the ability to sign up for the second semester. Second semester is where we focus more on communication skills. All right. We focus on project building. All right. And building up a nice digital resume and a digital presence that the employers will be excited about. And it will showcase your experience and what you bring to the table. You will be assigned a mentor. We have 25, 30 mentors. They have all been through the program before and they want to come back and give back to the program that changed their life. They want to come help change other people's lives. Real world projects. You will work on projects. They will be very impressive. All right. And then you will be able to showcase those projects. video platform. Throughout this program, you will create anywhere from 40 to 70 videos. All right, these videos are the most commonly asked interview questions. Everything is about prepping for that interview. Okay, we want to prepare for that interview, and then when you're ready to go, you're gonna knock it out the park. We do a lot of mock interviews, automated mock interviews. We have a system that calls you up and asks you questions and record it so you can go listen to it later. We have artificial intelligence that will analyze a video that you create and tell you, are you smiling? Do you need to smile more? Do you need to tilt your head? Are you diddy bopping? What is your voice ratio? How many words per minute are you speaking? Is that even with a good speaker or a fast speaker? Do you need to slow down? Do you need to speed up your communication style? So you're going to have artificial intelligence plus live people grading each of your videos. And what we're hoping for is an incremental growth process. All right. You get better each video you do. Okay. And then by the time you get through the end of the program, guess what? You feel comfortable talking. You feel comfortable talking in front of a group. All right. You feel comfortable talking to business leaders. All right. And so this is all about making you feel like, okay, I've been here. I've done this. You are going to be consumed with this. And then we're going to help you build a digital presence. All right. That comes with the digital resume. Your digital resume, we're going to find your top 3 videos. All right, and we're going to put those in your digital resume where a client can come and look at your communication skills directly in your resume. We're going to showcase the projects that you build. Any project that you build, we're going to add it to your digital resume where the clients will be able to click on your project, go through it, and look and see how you've documented what you've learned and what you're capable of doing. In addition to that, we're going to create you a bio through our website, hire.refactored. All right. This is a website where you will post your bio at the end. We will work on your LinkedIn page as you make it through. And when you get to the end of the program, you should have over 500 connections. And so I talked about hire.refactored. That is our marketplace for the what? The future of work. All right. And so what does that mean? That means that in this website where your bio will be stored, you can now set up interviews. Clients can come add jobs. You can show interest in the job. The client can show interest in you. You guys will be able to interview right there directly on the site. Okay. It streamlines the entire hiring process from scheduling interviews to doing interviews to you getting an offer from the client. Everything is done through the system. So this streamlines activities towards the end. And once you get there, and don't just take it from me, we are award winning. All right. We are a Inc. 5000 company. We're one of the top data science boot camps according to Course Report. And we won an award with MIT a couple of years ago for Work of the Future Solver, General Motors Prize for Advanced Technologies, Artificial Intelligence for the Betterment of Humanity, along with the Community of Favorite Award. And here are just a few of the companies that some of our people have been placed. There's many more, but this is just a few. Just to show you. But that's pretty much the program, guys. And I will tell you this. When you sign up, it will be quite a journey. Okay. It will be something that you always remember because it is tough. It's very doable, but it's going to challenge you. Okay. If somebody gave you or somebody put a program in front of you and they said, oh, all you got to do is a little bit of this and show up a little bit of here, and you're going to get this great result on the end, you should be skeptical, right? So what we're telling you is we figured the process out. If you want to get into this field, this is going to be the best way. Not going to be the easiest way, but you can rest assured that you're going to be able to make it to where you want to go, okay? Now, you're going to have to dig deep. You're going to have to take some pain. You're going to go through some trials and tribulations. Okay, I like to keep it real. I'd rather tell you guys what you're going to expect than try to sugarcoat it and mislead you. Okay, you're going to work hard here, but your work is going to pay off. Okay, and so that's what the program is about. And I will open it up for questions. What do you guys have for me?
I have no questions. I was just saying, I appreciate the information that you provided us with. I'm looking forward to getting started myself. I think that you've been very transparent. I'm just ready to get into it and see what type of information I can gain, from getting into the classes.
Awesome. Well, welcome, AJ. Great to have you. If you're going to be getting in, I recommend you get in right away. Get started. Actually, we'll give you access. Once you make a payment, we'll give you early access to the curriculum. Let you go ahead and get started before next week. I see Elvis. Elvis is one of our prized alumni. Maybe you even seen him on some of our videos. He always loves. Listen, he's too busy to come back and be a mentor because he's working, but he does make the time to come by every now and then and come talk to him. So what piece of advice, Elvis? Can you tell a little bit about yourself, when you took the program, and what type of advice do you have for the newbies?
Well, first of all, guys, thank you so much for taking this time to join. This is a great investment that you're making because this is the beginning of a new year, new beginnings. And all I can tell you is that I used to work so hard. Nowadays, I work a little bit more smart, but I'm humbled by the experience of going through Colaberry because it gave me the skills that are so valuable that I cannot even imagine. Because when you're done with this program, it's amazing that you can become more than 4 or 5 different job titles. I mean, you can just from this training and the certification, completing the whole process from from phase 1 to phase 2, you can become 5 or 6 job titles that I don't have time to start mentioning here. But can you imagine that? Can you imagine just going and getting a bachelor's degree or whatever and then being able to do so many, and we are talking about specialized training here. And like Ali said, these jobs are there. I wish you guys were already in the program to see the placements that are going on. I'm getting like emails every day. I'm like, wow, so and so has gotten a job, so and so has gotten a job. I'm like, what? It's like the fruits are coming. And so, guys, like Ali said, once you get into this program, just make sure you let everybody know that you're going to like a military boot camp, right? No jokes around, no partying. You got to put all that aside because you'll be able to get enough money to party at the end of it. And one thing I've discovered is look, somebody just got hired in one of my jobs, and I was actually 2 people are getting hired in one of my company. Sometimes we have side gigs here and there, but I'm excited to hear that 2 of the Colaberry alumni are graduates are getting hired. One is already working there. One is starting like in a week. And the referrals, on LinkedIn, everybody here knows that, you get the good training that will be able to help you get the job and maintain the job and help the company succeed. So thank you for your time, guys.
Awesome. I want to open it up for questions. Anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
My name is Ellie. I was referred here by Elvis. Thank you, Elvis, for the referral. My question is, I know you say the classes are Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. to 10, and then Saturdays, 9 to 1. What if for job, with a job conflict, if I'm not able to physically attend the class, will those classes be recorded?
Yeah, but you can't miss. They're not recorded. We have pre-recorded classes, but TWC, who we are governed by, Texas Workforce Commissions, you can only miss so many classes before we have to drop you. Okay, so you can't just take the class where you only attend one out of every two, right? So,
Okay.
oh, we got questions in the chat. All right.
I have a question before you check on the chat. My name is Ronald. Can you all hear me?
Yep.
Oh yes. Ali, how hard is it for people who don't have IT experience? I mean, I know you've not sugarcoated about the experience. The process is very tough, but how hard is it?
Look, 85% of our customers, our students, have no IT experience.
That is true.
Okay. So it is built for the person with no experience. What separates you here is your hard work, your grit. You know, that's what's going to separate you here. What's really going to push you is your hard work. I mean, your determination. It's like, you know, you got to get knocked down. You're going to get knocked down. All right. Nobody goes through unscathed. All right. You're going to get knocked down. We're going to find out a lot about you. Everybody got a plan until you get hit in the face, right? And so you're going to get hit in the face. And then it's like, what you going to do? Are you going to quit? You know, because it's like 15 to 30% of the class we lose. Okay. 15 to 30%.
Actually,
right,
Ali,
so,
let me add that really quick. There's this guy I just referred. He has a bachelor's in engineering. I think it's civil engineering. I mean, it was hard for him to get a job that can give you the return of your money that you've spent in school and going to college. And you know, this guy. I just gave him the information. He's like, Elvis, I'm signing up, and he signed up this class that started in December. There are 27 sections on the first phase of the program. The guy is already halfway through. So like Ali is saying, I mean, he shocked me. He's on section 15. So that means he's actually about 13 sections ahead. And the secret for being successful in this program is that you at least work and be like 2 sections ahead, right? So if he's already 13 sections ahead, you know, it is self-paced in the fact that the materials are there. As soon as you finish the section, it opens up the next one, so you can work ahead when you have time. If you give it your best, you're gonna do very, very well. But he did what I told him to do. All distractions, you have to be on mute on some of the WhatsApp groups. You can do that.
All right, thank you.
There's a question there about what type of coding it is, and someone is asking, what type of coding is it? I'm very new to coding. I would like to hear more about what will be taught, or will we get more information only after joining the course?
Yeah, look up SQL Server, okay? Look up SQL Server, look up SSIS, look up SSRS, look up Power BI, look up Tableau, all right, data warehousing. These are key terms that you're gonna get very familiar with as you go through this program, and that will help you look up the type of jobs that you will get. All right. My mom is in this class. She just sent me the link. Okay, Eva. You know how many parent and mom and parent situations we done and husband and wife combinations. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a question about the finances. So I was looking through the website yesterday, so I don't understand how we will be making the payment after that if we don't have a job. How we will be making the remaining amount before we get a job.
Okay, so the way it works is the first 3 months is $2,000. Okay, that's the first program. Now, if you sign up for the second portion, it's $15,000 total. Okay, but we do a deferred payment. So you pay $250 until you get placed. Once you get placed, you will bake the remaining amount. You'll take what you paid, the $250 a month, You'll subtract that from the 15,000 and you'll owe the remaining balance that you will make in 12 monthly payments once you get placed. Okay. So it's going to come if it's going to come to about anywhere from about $3,000 to $4,000 out of pocket. That's the 2,000 plus a few months in IPBC with the 250 a month. You're looking at about a $3,000 to $4,000 investment out of pocket until you get your job. Okay, so that's how much you're going to come out of pocket until you get your job, is roughly about $3,000 to $4,000. Once you get your job, then you pay it back, but out of pocket, that's how much you're looking at. And most people, if you make anywhere up to 60,000, then you're going to recoup all of your money within month 1 or 2 that you're working. So you basically have $3,000 to $4,000 out of pocket. You'll profit that within your first 2 months of working. All right. So it's very ROI friendly, return on investment. Like Elvis said, you're putting up that initial investment. That's your investment in yourself. And if you make it successfully through the program, then the program is going to pay for itself over and over again.
Okay. And now I would love to continue to work with the company that I'm working with. Uh, I mean, how can I be assured that I can like continue to work there?
You
Because
say that now,
I
but
also love the company that I work for.
you say that now, but
I know, right?
yeah, right. There's no loyalty. There's no loyalty with companies, right? I mean, even if you have a good company, if a company paid you double, you'd be
Yeah.
like, I like this company, right? But I mean, the fact of the matter is, your company is always going to see you as how you came in, okay? And so because of that, if you come in as a customer service rep and you're making $30,000 a year, they're never going to bump you up to 80. Okay, they're never going to bump you up to 80. Uh, that's
Y-
just it's
You
just
know,
how it happens.
Susan, I had that question for Ali the first time I started here, and so actually after completed the program, you have a one-on-one kind of with Ali to or other staffers, so to speak, to see how much, what is your projection? How much do you want to begin with? Ali told me, based on what I told him, and he's like, Elvis, I want you to let's make a goal of starting at 90K. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. And I just took that and ran with it. And that's exactly where I started at. So I was like, wow, that was quite prophetic. But I was like, first of all, I was imagining, I was like, why is that possible? Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
And now Elvis is big balling. Now he's buying his wife cars. He sent me a picture of his parking lot. I saw his house and his 2 cars. I was like, dang, man, you killing them, man. I was
Just
like, hide that. Don't show anybody else that.
I'm offended because Elvis, I ain't seen it, and I'm more tired than you than Ali.
I know, right? I was trying to be like to show Ali like, hey, I want to be like you, man. I don't know, but he lives in a ranch, so I'm yet to get into a ranch. So I think Susan
Yeah,
has some
yeah.
audio issues, so I'm
You
gonna go ahead and paraphrase for her really quick because of the audio. So she's saying she knows that the classes begin on Saturday the 16th. Can she sign up on Friday? Susan, that would be kind of a close call because you have to go through some approval process, upload your documents. I know that's not what you're planning to do, but it's a great question for everybody else because there may be some people who are trying to start on Saturday. The goal is try to submit your diploma, whatever you have by then. That way you can make a payment and be ready to go on the 16th. So great question though.
There's a cutoff date. Okay, so we want to make sure you get registered as soon as possible, and you will have to provide some type of degree or diploma that you've achieved as part of the requirement. So, you know, sometimes you have to contact your school. Sometimes, you know, you don't, you have to go look for that stuff, go to your mom's house and go get it. So you want to make sure you give yourself enough time and you're not coming up on that deadline.
And one of the question maybe that, you know, that I would like to ask on their behalf is, you know, to be able to apply, how do you, you know, because some people obviously don't have a social, so how do you go around that, doing that, Ali, if you want to?
So Juliet, our VP of
Oh,
admissions
okay.
is on, so
Okay.
she can better answer that question. Go ahead, Juliet.
Good, Juliet. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Elvis, and good to see everyone. Thank you for all the referrals and really great question there. So yes, so like Ali mentioned, we are licensed and regulated by the Texas Workforce Commission. One of the requirements that they have as a Workforce Commission is that everyone who joins programs at the moment would need to have a social security number. Now, for those of you who might not have one, don't be discouraged because we are working on other programs coming up within the next couple months, maybe 2 to 3 months, where that will not be a requirement. So just so you know, for this particular program, you would require a social security number to be able to register. So, but stay tuned. If that is the challenge that you have right now, please, I would like for you to email. I'm going to post an email here so that you can, I would like for you to reach out directly to me so that we can have you in the wait list for those upcoming programs. So I'm going to put my email address here. If you can just please reach out and let me know so that we can have you in the waiting. That's what we would want to do, but we definitely want you in the program. We want you to you know, to upskill. This is a very important skill to have in any part of the world. It's just that for now the programs that we have are regulated as such. Does that make sense?
Definitely. Yeah, I think you answered that very well.
Awesome.
All right, thank you, Juliet. I see another question here in the chat. Can you explain to me how we can transfer from data analytics to data scientists? Yeah, absolutely. This is a two-part program, okay? First part is data analytics. Second part is data science. You should look at it like a degree plan, but not like a normal degree plan. All right, normal degree plan, you have to go through the 4 years or whatever, and then you start at the bottom, right? And you got to go through all those years, and then you start at the bottom. Well, this is different. You're going to go, you're looking at anywhere from 6 to 12 months before you get placed. I say 6 to 12 months. The first part is 3 months. The second portion can take 3 to 9 months. Okay, it's self-paced. So it's about how much effort you put in and the sooner you finish. But typically, you're going to be going through the entire process. It's going to take about 6 to 12 months. Once you get your job and you get acclimated to your job, we have a continuation program where you come back and it helps you accelerate your skills. Okay. Also, it prepares you for our data science class, which is phase 2. All right. So you will sign up for the data science class once you've gotten your first job and gotten acclimated. Okay. And then you finish our other program, our transition program, which prepares you for the data science. But everything you do in data science, you're already working in the field. Okay. So it's like a degree program. You guys should be setting the expectation to be data scientists within the next 3 to 4 years. Okay. But you don't have to go through all of the training before. All right. You can't just train and then become a data scientist. You have to have actual experience working with data, and then you take your game up another level, another notch to data science. So this program is designed to take you from scratch all the way to data scientist. And it is a 2-point program, but you will work anywhere from 6 to 12 months in. All right.
Yep. And I would like to, you know, like beginning of this year due to COVID, for example, I lost my job in March, and I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do with this now? Right? You're applying for jobs. There's 1,000 people that you're competing with because a lot of people got laid off. Colaberry was kind enough. They gave me a scholarship to go back and do data science. And so I got back in. I started doing the data science classes while I am, looking for another job. So when I started, I was like 2 months into data science. I finished the first part out of 3 parts of that, and I got a job, and I had to suspend that for a little bit, but I'm gonna get back and get it done. Yeah, so that is just to keep yourself with more skills to make you buoyant as the tides keep coming in life, so to speak.
Yeah, and so I think the biggest thing that you will gain from Colaberry, and I mean, the average person doubles their income here. Okay. But that's not even the biggest thing that you would gain by choosing Colaberry. The biggest thing that you will gain is the network. Okay, the network and how we build tools just to make it easy for us to communicate with each other. Okay, any of our graduates, we built an app to where you can easily ask questions and get answers. You use this through the training, use it when you get onto your job, right? And so you have all of these people, and the more people we add, okay, with the new class coming up, and we'll have a class next month and the month after that and the month after that. And as our network grows, then guess what? All of our resources get better. Everyone gets, and this network grows. And even after you get placed and you're working in the field, we're still going to be sending you projects. Hey, do this, tighten up on your skills, watch this video, right? We're going to have a social media channel. Just like you go use the bathroom and you sit on the toilet and you go through your Facebook, you'll go through your Colaberry timeline. All right. Make sure you stay privy to what's going on in this data world. Make sure you got projects, make sure you got videos, make sure you got everything you need to be successful, not just to get that first job, but to get that job, be successful at that job, and then work your way up. So this is going to help you not only get that first entry into the field, but it's going to be there. Colaberry is going to be there throughout your entire career. Okay, as you work your way up, we're going to continue to provide resources for you to grow. Because listen, we don't have 3 to 5 years for everybody to get experience. Okay, the need is now. Okay, the need is now. And so when you go through this program, you will prove that you can do the work right now. You don't have to wait 3 to 5 years to get experience. You can do it right now, provided you complete this program.
And also, Ali, I think one of the most benefits specifically for me is just the job security aspect. I used to think that you really have to be in the medical field to have job security. And I'm so glad that being in IT is part of being in those important sectors that gives you that peace of mind that if for heaven's sake, something happens and you have to, they have to cut staffing at your job, it's not going to take you long before you get another one. And that's, within the same field. And to me, that is the greatest, greatest benefit of having that peace of mind with job security.
I'm going to pass the baton over to Juliet because I know she has a few things that she'd like to share with you. But I look forward to seeing you guys. I will be there first day with you. Your first day will be with me. I'm going to give you an entire rundown of the program, exactly tell you exactly what you're going to learn, what you're going to go through, and what to expect. Okay. So I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And this is the first day in changing your life for the better. All right. This will be a challenge. It will be tough, but it is very doable. And if you do well, then the world is yours. Hey Danny, I didn't even see you there.
I'm just being nosy. I'm just sitting in on a meeting. That's all.
Well, turn your camera on real quick. How long you been on your job? Tell us real quick.
About 4 months.
4 months. So what's your role? What do they have you doing?
So I'm pretty much a Power BI developer. The company's new to Power BI. The company is a wholesale beer distributor. I'm like the only developer there. So they're new to Power BI, so they don't have anything. So everything.
What's your background?
Huh?
What's your background?
I have a biology degree.
Biology.
Yeah.
What did you know about data before you got here?
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I still think I don't know enough.
How old are you? You look pretty young.
27, yeah.
Okay, well, that's cool. So are you liking your new job? What's the experience like?
Good. I mean, it's a little research process while you're working, just bouncing back and forth. You get a lot of Googling, a lot of YouTubing. But what good thing about Power BI is like there's a lot of people teaching it out there. Not like, I'm not, talking bad. I mean, not talking down on other like Tableau or anything. There's not a lot of people just teaching stuff like that. But like if I want to learn about Power BI, it's like so many people promoting it out there. I can just like it's just out there. But yeah.
So you feel like you got a good handle on your job? You feel like you're capable of doing the work?
They like me.
They like you? You're getting some good reviews?
So far. Well, look, there's no one that came before me. So before me, they hired a consultant, and that consultant built like one dashboard. And like so like anything that I'm giving them right now is good because they don't have. I'm like the first Power BI person there, so the expectation is not too high. So, which is good for me.
So what do they say? How do you know they like you? What do they say to you?
Like my manager's like, I'm glad that you're part of the team. I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll be doing in 2021 and stuff like that.
Okay. Awesome. So you got a job at least for the next 12 months, huh?
Enough to pay off Colaberry.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. 4 months strong. What's the biggest piece of advice you can give the newbies coming through here about to take the program?
I don't know. I mean, just put in the time. Like I said, the harder you work, the luckier you get, right?
I like it. The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Mika. I'm working for Colaberry full time now, but I went to this program in 2016. I was a single mother with 2 kids, working a full-time job while going through this program. I finished it in 9 months. Okay. But it is doable, but it's going to kick your butt. But the thing is that Colaberry do offer, like he said, networks and resources for you to be able to obtain help if you need it. As long as you don't suffer in silence, you will make it through this program. Like I said earlier, the biggest regret that I have is that I didn't do this sooner, because my kids think I didn't hit the lottery at some point. I don't know why, but my life has made a complete 180. So the only thing is I can say is you'll be very happy that you did it. I'm not saying it lightly. I'm serious. You'll be very happy that you did. When you get that first check, you're gonna be like, okay. Yeah. That's all I got.
Always good to see Mika. Guys, thank you so much. By the way, I wanted to add to what Mika said. Some of those resources, we keep building and making them better. So like this year, what we're going to be rolling out is some homework assistance. For those of you who've been through the program, I went through the program, Mika did, Elvis did, and so on. I went through the program back when. If there's something I would have wanted back then, it would have been a little bit of homework assistance, right? So because we have challenging labs, and it's for good reason, because we want to get you ready to be able to be the gatekeeper for your data, like Elvis, to be producing dashboards like Dan and all that. So we have to prepare you accordingly. So that's something that we're really excited about. We've got this chat that we rolled out for those guys who've not been around for a little bit. We've got this chat where you can actually get on a video call. So exciting. But what I want to challenge you guys is this, because I know we are at time, is this. Listen, if you had the chance, you've heard from everybody. Everyone has told you it's challenging, it's a boot camp, it's blah, 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 it's all that. If you have a chance to start now, the class doesn't start till when? The 16th, right? The class doesn't start till the 16th. There is absolutely no reason why you should wait till the 16th to start. go ahead and follow Elvis's advice and everybody else's advice. We all went through it. I had computer issues. It's hard to catch up. But if you can start, you have 2 weeks, about 2 weeks advance. Wait, is it about 11 days or so? You have about 10 or 11 days in your advantage. Go ahead and sign up now. Take advantage of an early bird special. That's what we do to motivate students to sign up early, because we know if you can get ahead, you will stay ahead, you will enjoy it, you'll be able to master it. You're not just going through the content. So take advantage of that early bird special. All you need to do is make sure you put in your application. Let's get it approved for you. You have to pay by the 13th. That's next Wednesday. So you register, enroll, get your payment in by next Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Central Time. So I know we're from different time zones. 11:59 p.m. Central next Wednesday. And you're in, you get your money back and you're ahead of everybody else. If you do it tomorrow, for example, if tonight you decide, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and enroll, we'll go ahead and accelerate your approval process and get you in as quickly as possible so you can get started on the curriculum. That's my encouragement to you. Don't repeat our mistakes, just do better. We made those mistakes so you don't have to make them. But then it's great to see the fruits of the hard work from all of you. All these testimonials are real. These are not programmed. We didn't ask Elvis, come say something. We didn't say, Elvis, say what we want you to say, or Dan, you heard Dan being very honest. That's what we want. We're authentic. Our lives have been changed. We're fortunate, and we want to pass the dream along. So welcome aboard. Can't wait to see you guys. If you need anything, please email support@colaberry.com. We're here for you. Get ready. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, guys. Have a good evening. If you, like I said, support@colaberry.com. We're going to call it a night. Everyone please be safe. Put on your masks, right?
That's right.
Be safe, because we want you to be healthy when you're starting the program. We don't want you unwell. But thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Thanks, Julian.
Thank you, guys.